What's up, true believers? Welcome to Magic Orthodoxy. My name is David, and this is the deck review. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're gonna look at the new Avengers Infinity War Saga playing cards from Theory 11. This has been something I've been waiting for a really long time. I purchased these from penguinmagic.com right when they sold out. Like, I bought these and like when they were going to fill my order, they were gone. So I waited weeks for these. And so I'm so glad to have these in my hands. I want to bust this open and look at them because, as you know, if you've watched my channel for any amount of time, I'm a huge Marvel Comics fan. I've got just boxes and boxes and boxes of comics resting right next to my boxes and boxes and boxes of playing cards. So I'm an avid collector. I've been collecting playing cards and comic books since I was a wee lad. And I'm also a huge fan of the MCU movies. Looking forward to all the great new titles coming out. We'll talk about all of that, but I want to break this open and get right into it. All right, so this is the Avengers Infinity War Saga deck, theory11.com. If you want to purchase one, I would suggest you head down there. Like I said, though, I'm a big fan of the Marvel Comics universe. And so as a fan, I think there were just a couple of things that I took issue with the deck. But I wanted to start off by saying I do love the deck. I do love the cards. And I think Theory 11 makes pretty much the best tuck cases on the planet. Case in point, this tuck case is incredible. You can see all the gold foiling, purple foil, and the embossing that's on the front of this. It's an ultra luxe tuck case, and all of these symbols are the different characters from the Avengers. You got the Avengers A logo right there in the center, Avengers on top, playing cards on the bottom. One side says the Infinity Saga. The other side does as well. Bottom has some ad copy about theory11.com, and the back design, of course, is the back design of the cards, or at least I wish it were. I love the dual colors on this. I love the purple and the gold, but we're gonna see on the inside, the back design looks a tad different. You got an original tuck seal there, and the top says the Infinity Saga as well. That's everything I can say about the tuck case. Let's bust it open and look at the cards. The backs of these cards is one of the first things I took issue with, and I don't know why. I always expect Theory 11 to be different, but they're always the same. They spend a lot of time on the tuck case, and then the back design is just a single color. It's just a single color with no foil, nothing on it, just a plain design, and I think that color purple washes out a lot of this beautiful detailing. This is a beautifully striking image, okay? And that's noticed on the back of the tuck. But as soon as you kind of wash it out with this light purple on the back of the cards, it doesn't retain its vibrancy. And so I really wish they had done something different with color, or even multiple colors on the back here. I think it would have made this stand out a little bit more. But as you can see going through the cards, it's a medium-sized poker border, and these are printed from the United States Playing Card Company, and they are just a wonderful handling, wonderful feeling deck. No gaff cards with this deck, but you get a couple of extra ad cards and some of the characters from Guardians of the Galaxy at the tops of these two cards. Also with this deck, you'll get two original Jokers. One is Thanos, and one is Loki. And I would just think Thanos played such a huge part in the Infinity War Saga. I would have put him on one of the courts and probably made Loki both Jokers, just because that's his character, right? Being the jester. Your Ace of Spades uses iconography and art depicted from the Doctor Strange film, and you have a lot of his symbols and costume work, his necklace, featured there on the front. Going through the faces of the cards, you're gonna see all original pips. Standard layout, and blacks are still black, reds are still red, but you're just gonna see unique font up in the corner, and then all of the pips have been stylized. The aces all represent different characters from the Marvel Universe as well that didn't make it onto the court cards. The court cards are all original artwork and very stylized as other Theory 11 decks. Your Jack of Spades is Hawkeye, who's Clint Barton, played by Jeremy Renner, and you're also going to notice that Ant-Man is a really small character right there, but then it's a one-way image, and there's his Ronin character that was featured very briefly. The Queen of Spades, this is Valkyrie, played by Tessa Thompson. She was in the Thor Ragnarok film. And your King of Spades is Captain America, Steve Rogers, played by Chris Evans. You'll also notice that he's dual-wielding both his shield and Mjolnir. I don't know, I kind of would have liked to have just seen Captain America as Cap without the hammer, just because, you know, Thor's in here also, and this, I just associate the hammer as being Thor's weapon. The Jack of Diamonds is Hulk, and this is his character from Thor Ragnarok. Again, not his character from Infinity War Saga. And again, I think if I were making it an Avengers Infinity War deck, or even just an Avengers deck, I would have left all the extra accoutrements off of him and left him just as the Hulk we all know and love. The Queen of Diamonds is the Scarlet Witch, and you're also going to notice the Wasp over here, really small. This, of course, was played by Elizabeth Olsen. Your King of Diamonds is the Black Panther, played by Chadwick Boseman, and I think we're all looking forward to seeing the next installment of the Black Panther films in theaters. Your King of Clubs is going to be a bearded Thor, and again, he is also dual-wielding with Mjolnir and then his battle axe up there in the corner. And of course, this was played by Chris Hemsworth. Thor originally came out in 1962. He was a creation of Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, borrowed from Viking mythology. The Queen of Clubs is Black Widow, played by Scarlett Johansson, and I hope you're all looking forward to her new movie coming out July 9th. Your Jack of Clubs is Star-Lord, played by Chris Pratt. His real name is Peter Quill, and he first appeared in Marvel Preview number 4. He's the son of human Meredith Quill and alien Spartoy Jawson. Your King of Hearts, also known as the Suicide King, is everybody's favorite Iron Man, Tony Stark, played by Robert Downey Jr., originally seen in Tales of Suspense number 39. Your Queen of Hearts is Captain Marvel, played by Brie Larson, and if you haven't seen this standalone film, I would highly recommend it. It's one of my favorite Marvel movies. And your Jack of Hearts is Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man. Originally appeared in 1962, Amazing Fantasy number 15. He is an Avenger, it is true, he is an Avenger, even in the comics. He's also a member of the Fantastic Four in the comics. I don't know that I would have put him here, though. There's other classic Avengers like Ant-Man, War Machine, and especially the Wasp and the Vision, who were classic Avengers. When you think about the Avengers, you think about Wasp and Vision. They've been there since the beginning, so I really would not have included Spider-Man. Although, I do love Spider-Man. I like him. But that's just what the cards look like. You also want to know how they feel and how they handle. 10 cards in the caliper come to 2.88, which would be a thicker card stock. These are going to be what we would consider to be a casino grade stock. That means these cards are going to be crisp and rigid, and they will last you a good long time. That's everything I can say about the Avengers deck from Theory11.com. If you'd like to purchase your own, you can find these at Theory11.com or wherever quality playing cards are sold. Excelsior! Before I go, I just want to say one thing. Beyond Marvel Comics and all the movies and all the characters that were created and that have been so much a part of my childhood, Stan Lee is really the man behind it all, and he is my absolute hero. One of the biggest regrets of my life is that I never got to meet him and never got to tell him how important he was to me. This man created over 60 different superheroes that we all know and love, and every time I see him in the films, it brings a little tear to my eye. I miss him terribly, and the world is so much different without him. I hope these movies go on forever and ever, and that his legacy lives on forever and ever, and I know it will. We miss you, Stan.